Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we are taking a look at the rightful heir to the 2022 championship. Of course, that didn't actually happen due to the stupidity of, the format. But we can get into that later. I've always said the format is stupid, by the way. Don't do this whole, Chase Elliott fans are so dumb. They don't understand how the rules work. Look, I've always understood how the rules work, and I've always hated them. Even when Chase Elliott won in 2020, I said Harvick was the deserving champion. So bite me. Anyway. Today, we are taking a look at Chase Elliott's Hooters 1/24 scale Elite from the 2022 season. I got to see this run twice. I got to see it run at Gateway and then again at Bristol in the fall. And it's a pretty good paint scheme. I really like it. So we'll start, though, with our Elite box that, like the playoff format, should never be used again. I'm bitter. I don't care. So anyway, yeah, here's the box. We've got this opening here, which is impossible to stack with. Thanks a lot. And then only thing else that matters really is your production number here, 663 for this Elite. So decent chunk of them. Oh, and I just knocked everything down because I couldn't lift it and move it. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get on to the diecast. So down the left side of this car, you'll see we do have some kind of I don't want to say chrome because they're not chrome like the Penske. They're more like a shiny gray. Not sure what the exact finish of that would be, but it is. It's supposed to be more like a shiny gray. So you can see we got the rims there. We got the Goodyear Eagles. There's our number 9. There's Hootie the Owl. We got Cup Series logo there. We got the exhaust, I don't want to say pipes because it's just the exhaust tip. But there you can see the exhaust tip. And you see we got Hooters, A-Shock, Lumar, and Universe. Napa down here on the corner panel. Ethanol ring here. There you see another one of those rims. It is an Elite, so what does that mean? Bouncy. Functioning rear suspension. You can also see we do already have a winner sticker up here because it did run at Gateway, and he had won one race at least by that point, so kind of neat. I like it. And then go on to the back here, we got Follow Me to Hooters, and then you can see we got kind of an orange base, and then a nice blue stripe moving up to the white. Spoiler is definitely a little bit too tall for my liking. I assume that'll be corrected later on. This one came out, it was one of the earlier ones, so I imagine as time goes on they'll start correcting that spoiler height, I hope. There you can see the diffuser on the bottom, which outside of that is just a big plastic shell. Obviously you could hear it. There's the roof flaps popping open, so that is also a feature we get on here. Front windshield, we got Chevy, Elliott, and then there's the little air vent they made to try and keep the drivers cool. Onto the right side, it is the same as the left, so nothing really crazy there. The deck lid does pop open on the Elite, and as you can see, there is not much you can see in there. The fuel cell's in there, a couple of lines and stuff, but it's really hard to see. As you can tell, the biggest thing is you can see how the deck lid actually goes inside the rear bumper area. It goes inside of it. Well, before, this whole area with the headlights would have kind of come up with it, and you would have been able to see in there a lot easier. Now, it's pretty tough to look in there. Also, you can see just from this angle how short it is. That's a real short rear end. No wonder these things had to be so stiff, which is also, unfortunately, what was causing a lot of the problems. So that being said, to be completely honest, going into next year, I wouldn't have one problem if they extended the rear bumper out like 5-6 inches a foot, but if the rear bumper just stretched out a little bit, I know it might look goofy, quote unquote, but for safety, definitely a good option. It gives you a lot of crumbling area, gives you a lot of that. Also, gives you a lot more corner panel to work with if you want to try and loosen a guy up. I don't know, maybe it's not an option, but I just think there's, try it, please. Don't let the short track package stay where it is. It's awful. But anyway, back around to the front, you can see on the nose here, we do have that double level splitter, so you can see the splitter. Oh my gosh, it's having trouble focusing, but you can see it from down here. The edges are much closer to the ground, and then the middle is raised, so it's kind of a different level where the middle is up, and then the sides are down. We got Hooters on the front here. You can see it's kind of an old school looking Hooters with the owl there. I want to say they had kind of a new school looking one on the Night Owl car, but this one just, I don't know, it looks old school to me. Now we pop the hood open and you can see our engine detail, or what's supposed to be engine detail down in there. Oh gosh, my goodness, I need some light. I need light. There you can kind of see it. Silver block. Other than that, the black frame, you can actually see there's 4 holes right there. See those 4 holes? Those are for plug wires. So if they ever decide to bring detail back, make detail great again, as they say. There's four holes on that side and on this side. You could put spark plug wires in. Like I said, that's where they were on the old Elites, and that's where they are on this Elite. So it would be an option. I just don't know if they're going to do it. I'm sure there's cost involved and labor and stuff, and I don't know. It would be nice because it definitely, it's the same as the Gen 6 engine, but that does at least hopefully leave the door open to potentially upgrades in detail later on. Fingers crossed we actually get that, you know? But anyway, we got posable wheels there too. Overall, the Elites, I will say this year more than ever, frankly, are just not worth the money. Like I said, you saw that engine detail, not much. You really don't see much else. They both look exactly the same. The weight, definitely noticeable on the weight. This is much heavier. I said functioning rear suspension, that kind of stuff. But outside of that, and then the trunk, like... from the side and from the front, it looks almost the exact same. The antenna holes are the only difference on the Elites to the ARCs. Now, that being said, I really do like this paint scheme. I have this one and the A-Shock coming in yet, and then later in the year we'll have a couple more. We'll get the throwbacks and a couple other Elliott cars. So we still got some good cars coming this way. But yeah, for the most part, this is the first time you'll hear me say it. It's time to make the switch to the ARC. As much as I've loved Elites for so long, I cannot justify spending the difference in money on the Elite when the ARC is so close to similar. That being said, I think I will still have some Elites, like the race wins I go to see in person. I've got all Elites so far. I don't want to stop doing Elites, so I'm going to keep doing Elites. But, you know, a lot of these other ones, just paint scheme-based ones, you know, there's not a big difference between them. So maybe at some point I'll do some taking apart. We'll see if we can add some detail to the dash and some different areas of the car to maybe spice it up a little bit because they're a little bland in my opinion. But unfortunately at the moment we don't have that luxury. So a little disappointing on the next gen side. You know, it's been as dumb as it sounds, it's been a very disappointing kind of finale to the year as these diecasts have come out. Not real thrilled with the way Phoenix went. And as I said, it's the format. I don't blame any drivers or anything. I just blame the format for being dumb because, you know, I've said it in my live streams. I'm going to say it again. As a Brad Sweet fan, watching him race all year and come down and, you know, it was him versus Gravel in the final weekend, and he outran Gravel 3 times and clinched the title. And you know what? I was fine. You know, I was not only that, but as a fan, I got to really enjoy it and say, yep, he got it. You know, he earned it and he got it. 2020, Elliott won the title. I didn't get to feel that way because I knew darn well Kevin Harvick was better. And this year I knew Chase Elliott was the best, and I don't get to celebrate anything. And it's just, you know, when you feel like you had it robbed from you when you're like, dang it. And I get it for you Harvick fans. Like I've said, I thought what happened to him in 2020 was downright criminal. Having the best statistical season since a 1995 Jeff Gordon season. I mean, that's insanity. And what did he have to show for it? 5th place in points? Really? So, I don't know. I'm still sour about it, but I can be sour about it. It's my YouTube channel. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this diecast here in the comments below. You can pick... do I have any of these on the website? I might not. I got to double check. But anyway, you can probably pick one of these up on the website. I'll double check, make sure I got it there. Tons of other next-gen cars are out, available on the site as well. A lot of ARCs for race wins are going to be coming in. Remember to pre-order. This is your last chance to get any pre-orders in for the first half of the year race wins. That includes all the way down to Bubba Wallace's Kansas wins. So if you want a Chase Briscoe, you want an Austin Cindric, you want Kyle Larson, Elliott Dover, you know, all those cars in the middle, get them pre-ordered this week, because after this week, the pre-order goes away, and if I don't have one coming in, I may not be able to reserve one. So I just want to recommend get them into this week so I can make sure I get one coming for you. Otherwise, I may still be able to get one, but I can't make as many promises. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.